Good.
Okay, and we're live. Welcome back to the Gee Squad, where we have created a space to talk all about what life brings us on and off the mats. Today's topic is sparks. What sparks you? What motivates you? This is a funny one. So lots of things. Obviously, I think all as moms, our answer is going to be our kids. That's a dead giveaway. Within that is a whole other portion of, I'm a new blue belt, and through my white belt, of course, I wanted to quit every stripe before and after. And not quitting was a big deal. So the kids thing is actually bigger than, the motivation for kids is bigger than just, I want to be better for my kids. It's like, you can't watch them. They can't see you quit. They have to see you try. They have to see your attitude. They have to see how you react. There's a lot of those parts of the kids part of that, to make it wordy. Myself, I am so going to be selfish on this one. My motivation is currently right now. It's never really been this before. Well, in another sport, it was selfish too. But in this, it's my mental state, my physical state, my fitness level, my, due diligence, or like I'm a creature of habit. I like a really strict regimen. And although, I get to class 2 to 3 times a week, and that varies from Mondays and Tuesdays to Tuesdays and Thursdays to all the different days, giving myself that minimum is huge, and that's a big motivation for me. The ability to have a goal, and that goal for me right now is my fitness level. I think for some it's competition. Maybe some it is a belt. Or if you're not in this sport, if you're in another sport, it can be other things, but there has to be, I don't know if it's a human nature thing, or it's certainly for me is a carrot. I need something to work towards. And I think that's a huge thing for me right now. Why my selfish reason is my fitness level, because before jiu-jitsu, I didn't even have that. That I didn't even have that as a carrot. It was like, okay, I could work out, but I don't really have to. I don't have a good reason. I didn't find my reason yet. So the drive to have a goal is massive. And then you guys.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah, I probably would have given up a long time if it wasn't for you guys. So you're awesome. And it's not just, I shouldn't say just you guys, because it is the whole gym. We have this awesome ecosystem in our gym, from the new guy that I have no idea what his name is still. And I'm going to roll with him soon because I kind of like him. And then there's another guy that I probably won't roll with. But, that motivates me too, because the ecosystem that we have in our gym, it's very special. It's a community. And that word is it doesn't do it any justice. We watch each other's kids. We show up to things for each other. We fend for each other. We push for each other. We make fun of each other. We do all the things that a family does.
Yeah.
So it's so funny because some of our kids were having a day the other day, and they're being kids. And I thought to myself, I didn't say it to myself, but I said it to my daughter. I said, this is your family. And then your daughter turned around and was like, well, we're not technically family. And I was like, actually, we are, because we're more family than my biological family. Yeah. I have some biological family that is further away from knowing who I am and what I want and what I do than any of you. Mm-hmm. And that extends on to the new guy. That extends to, people that just come part-time. We have this awesome thing, and that motivates me so much because, it's rare and it's special, and it's really what life is all about.
It is. It's that community again, but it's like what community is supposed to be like. Yeah. And we see each other sometimes 3 to 6 times a week. you know? So
That's
it's
'cause you
not,
live there.
Yeah, I live there. So I see you guys a lot, but we see each other so often, and you don't see family sometimes because of the way things are now with modern family. Like you move across the country to go to college or so on and so forth. So your family becomes really kind of disheveled, right? It's kind of all over the place. So it's different. But the community we have, the family we have it's every day we see each other, and it is intertwined. I agree with you. Like the reason why maybe your biggest why might be like, for example, our kids, for me too, right?
Yeah.
Like I want to give them a good example, and it's like the perfect place to do it. But it also kind of adds on or changes throughout. Like sometimes you're there for yourself completely. You want to get better. You want to get those skills. And sometimes you're there for that new white belt who's going to probably show up to the Wednesday class, and you want to be there to help them. So it just kind of always intertwines. There might be multiple reasons why you're there, but it's always kind of serving that big community in a puzzle piece. You know what I mean? Like they join together.
It's a whole part of taking ego out of it, I think, too. You know, like I think it transfers from not just the mat, but also to our community, and then it trickles into our lives. You know, like if you don't really like stay humble and just get rid of that ego, like I don't think that we could have an ecosystem like you call it, like we do, honestly. I think that's a big thing that we all have in common as well, is putting maybe like everything that we've tried in our lives has not worked yet. Sports, hobbies, clubs, whatever it may be, committee, I don't know, whatever anybody finds, you know, that they want to do outside of their job and their everyday like life. Like this is definitely, that's what I found in this for myself, is like an ecosystem, a community that I didn't know existed, you know. And I think it's still a struggle, but I mean, I think putting my ego aside and being more humble and trying to just be grateful for what I have and the people I have in my life, I think that's what we all do. You know, we help each other whenever, I mean, and it's not just jujitsu. It's like as like moms, as like my tire blew out and you came and got me, you know? And there have been so many, you've made me food, like you've fed me, you know? You've given me like, and even Mika, she's given me a place to go. I've gone on her boat. You know what I mean? Like we are literally like a community, a family, what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, nothing's forced either.
No.
That's why I love the ecosystem part of it, because it's thriving off of each other. You know, it's like it's very natural, very natural. And like I said before, I did not have any applications out for friends. I was not looking to have a whole nother section of my life that is work. And it's not work. It's organic and it's awesome. And it doesn't matter, you know, any of the guys. I can think of all the guys too. They're all just very cohesive with each other. And okay, we have our days. Like everybody has their days where maybe you're like, oh, I can't stand that person today for a minute. Like, but that's just normal. It's never trickled out for even more than a thought, because we just pull for each other, and we just do, like, you know, when we're on the mats and somebody else's kid's having a problem, you're all in. You're that kid. You're the mom now, you know, like for that child, you know, and yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I do have a lot of things that motivates me. I'm always like looking for things, you know, that something that to look forward for me, you know. It's very important, I think, for me to keep going in life, you know, all these, what's going to work. So it's always about it's not always about being the best, but it's about showing up, feeling alive, and pushing myself. That's what motivates me, you know. I'm always curious about the process also from everything. So that's makes very interesting. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that again. I want to go. And also, you know, showing my son, you know, you have something to look forward. You like something motivates you.
You have an incentive for
And then, I think the primary is just jiu-jitsu, yoga, beach tennis, and the gym. You know,
Is that it?
Anything
Is
else?
that all, Mika?
Did you want to add more?
No,
Just primarily, just a couple things.
I think just sport-wise, you know, I have other ones, but like what I'm looking for every day, you know, like the night before, oh, tomorrow I'm going to go do that and do that. It's just, you know, keep me motivated to keep going and don't get no routine so much. And like, okay, this is, you know, my routine is boring.
Go with the flow of your
You know,
life instead of like working against it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like nowadays the flow is more like work the grind, you know, work,
Yeah.
help your kids do their homework and get them to the sports and just, that's kind of the flow of it. And so you kind of almost have to go against the normal in this sense. And then I agree. It's like a flow that we get, but
Yeah.
it takes some adjusting to get there. And so you do have to find your why. And as a parent, we're, I think seeing that a small outlet every day makes a huge difference in our lives.
It's massive.
So I think even like bad days or, you think, oh, I'm just going to go. And then it's an outlet. And it's one that you get every day if you want to, right? I mean, every day that you can go and you look forward to it for multiple reasons. But it's nice to have that option and that kind of reward. You know, you reward yourselves. You're living, not just surviving.
Yes.
Yeah, and I can actually, going back to our episode about bench parent versus training parent, being a bench parent, I was in that grind. And that's what jujitsu was to me. It was like, okay, we have to be here, 4 days a week. The girls need to be on the mats, blah, blah, blah. And now I, of course, still think that way. But I also have this other layer of, I can't wait to go tonight. You know what? Maybe I'll just go by myself and not bring the girls. Like, it's just, it's that's massive. And the one other component that I forgot about is, and this is super important, I think, to all four of us, is Bernardo. He is exceptional at his job. I am very privileged to know him since the inception of our actual gym. And I think it was probably the beginning of his professional career, if I remember correctly from his story. I
think so.
It's so hard when you don't, professional is such a funny word because I never wanted to call myself a professional because I was in it for 5 days type of thing. And then I was in it for 5 years, and he's humble like that too, and he's just on his journey, and but that he motivates us. He motivates our kids. He's, like I said, he's very gifted with the kids. He's gifted with us too. He can read us better than we can read ourselves sometimes. And that I don't want to let him down.
Yeah,
Same.
that's another one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That motivation is huge.
Also same.
Because he's been there, done that.
Yeah.
He's been through the lows and the highs because he's human too. Just goes back to the ecosystem. We're all going in through this thing together. We're all going through these highs and lows together. So
Yeah.
That is huge. He's our sensei, he's our mentor, and
he's our Dalai Lama.
He really is.
We wanna-
his age combined
Yeah.
with the amount of like quiet respect that he doesn't demand it, but it's like a sense that certain people give off, like leaders. They give off that
absolutely.
that feeling, especially when they're good leaders. When they care about their people, they don't care about having power. And he's
Well,
big
and
difference.
it trickles into other parts, like my daughter that is she's super shy, and I thanked him the other day when she got into this show, the talent show, because 3 years ago that was not the same kid. That I don't think that would have happened. She would have been that person without going to jiu-jitsu and doing her due diligence with the respect and the discipline and the fun, because fun has to be an aspect of it.
Yeah.
And just showing up and they don't know what motivation is. Kids just have 1,000 pounds of energy. They're not like, what's my motivation of the day? They're like, can I have that piece of candy and keep running as fast as I can?
Day-to-day thing.
Do I get a cupcake today?
Yeah, exactly. And that also creates it creates a system for them to be successful adults. And that confidence that it bred was because of his motivation and his, him backing her up all the time, backing my other one up, backing me up, backing you guys up. Like, that motivation is massive. Just like you guys motivate me, he motivates, the new white belt motivates me.
Right.
I know it motivates you because you're like,
Yeah. Definitely does.
How can I get
Fresh
you?
new white belt. My fave.
yeah. But it's, and it's great.
I think I found. So this one, I'm going to be honest, I didn't write anything down. And I thought about it and I was like, I don't really know. So I think maybe when we talk about it, I'll know. Especially after hearing what everybody else is saying, like where they're coming from, what it did for them. And organically, I think I got into this and my motivation was I just wanted, I was a little bit more egotistical. Like I wasn't thinking about anybody else but myself.
I think everyone is
honestly.
at first.
Yeah. I definitely was that. I definitely came in and I was like, if this is probably going to be really weird. And it was. And I'm like, and you know what? I'm just going to go because, you know, I want to prove my boyfriend that, you know, he's wrong, that I would go and try it. And I'm going to say, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. And I don't want to hear any mouth from him. And so I did. And then I ended up loving it and I didn't care. And, but it actually has taught me to be more grateful for the people that I have in my life and to actually work on my relationships. Like it showed me, like we had talked about this a few weeks, like it was like a freaking mirror.
Yeah.
It was a mirror, you know? And I, maybe it's not that for everybody else, but for me, that was like a big motivation because I've always, especially in the last 3 years when I turned 30, I really kind of saw the world, I think, a little differently. I think after we have anything that's traumatic that happens to us, we're forced to. And you can either rise above or you can just stay where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I thought rising above would be finding something where I'm active and I'm really good at it. And, you know, I could be the best at this or the best at that. And that's not what jujitsu is. And I'm so happy for that because I think that's what has lacked in everything else I've tried was not.
It's about feeling alive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
About, like,
It's not
Helping.
selfish. It's what keeps you sane, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mental health is huge. in this.
Being like, and then again, you guys too, like Natalie, very motivated by the way that you are in your dedication. And Mika, the same. Amanda, the same. Every single, like every person in our girls group, there's a piece that it's like, you know, I would like to strive to be, not comparison, but you know, just to help, to be a part of it, to be
motivate you
and leave myself out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think at first, most of us, I mean, even though it was maybe for our kids or anything, a lot of us put on that belt at first for selfish reasons. Like we want to be a ninja, you know, we see the black belt doing all the smooth moves and we want, and we still want to get there.
Yeah.
But some days it seems like the why becomes greater than just you. You're just, you still want to be the black belt eventually, but I feel like it becomes a bigger dream. You know,
So I can actually tell you right now, no, not for me. I did it because Bernardo challenged me. He gave me a challenge and I was like, oh, gloves off. Okay.
So you wanted to prove him.
Uh-huh.
So that's about you.
Oh, yeah, a little bit. But then I got on the mats and immediately it was
changes.
humble pie the moment I stepped on the mats because I was like, I know nothing. I still don't feel that way. Like I feel that's a really huge part of this sport is remembering that you can be a black belt with 5 stripes, or if you can get 5 stripes as black belt, I don't know. But you can be that and you still are learning. And that's huge. You can't know everything ever in anything, you know.
You're still humbled.
Yes, but you maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But yeah, it was I like a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dare me to do it. I dare you to dare me.
You compete.
Same.
No, that's funny.
We just talked about this
We'll
last.
see.
So that's it for today?
Yeah.
Anyone else, AK?
No, really just mental health and myself was really why that was my motivation. But now it's not. Now it's, you know, it's getting better, but I think it's more so being a part of, like you said, something that's bigger than just myself. And I think that's when you truly grow, you know.
Actually, I do have one more.
Ooh,
It just made me think of that. I don't know why. I have a husband that doesn't train, and so do you. And I have to say, he's super supportive of me leaving every time to go to the gym and always asks how it's going. That is so insanely motivating. That's a big deal. Mm-hmm. That's a big deal.
You want to make him proud.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's, you know, and I think they don't know and they're not going to know what we go through on the mats, but the fact that they're like, go, you know, like,
Mine
there-
asked me
there goes
that
that
too.
saying again.
He does the same thing. And I have to say, now that I agree. Because the days I don't go and he's like, oh, did you not, like he was out of town recently. He was hunting with his dad. And he would call me every day, you know, and he'd call me every day and he would just ask like, hey, did you go today? How was tonight? Did you roll? Or he'll FaceTime me when he knows I'm in the middle of class, but that's okay. He still know. But still, like on the night I didn't go, he was like, oh, you didn't go?
So
And
that
I was
motivates
like,
you again. Yeah. Yeah.
no, I didn't go. And then I feel bad after I just felt bad. I'm like, laundry's not better. This is not better. Work, it's not better. So like, I agree. Like, it's nice to feel that you have that person that is proud of you and is your, like your cheerleader too.
Yeah.
On and
That's a
off.
big deal.
Super
Yeah, it's
important to have the
just like-
cheerleader.
Yeah.
My husband
You know,
does that.
Yeah. I know.
Just like my husband, he's just doesn't want to go, doesn't want to start, but he's always there. Like every day, hey, what time you leaving? I have to be there for Kai. I'm gonna pick him up. Or he's never ever said anything for me. Oh, you cannot go today because we're gonna
Yeah.
never.
He's part of the solution.
It's
He
like
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
he thinks
It's
I see him all the
nice.
time
good
there.
is my
Yeah.
thing. Like his thing is going fishing and.
It makes
That's his
being on the
thing
mat
spark.
so much easier.
It does.
It really does.
It's really hard to accomplish if you don't have that support. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
So talking about that, I have something. Shout out to the guys. You know,
Yes.
first
Our
I'm
guys.
gonna say, I really appreciate what my husband does. He's for me to be here, he has to be taking care of Kai. For me to be on the mats, he has to be, or prepping dinner, or or doing something for Kai for me to be there. And he's always listening to every single podcast.
Yeah.
He always tells what he thinks and say his ideas, even though, sometimes it's what he thinks more than another, idea, but it's okay. He's there. Another person also that I think is really important to us is James.
Yeah.
It's Natalie's
sure.
husband. She can
Yeah.
tell
we couldn't do this without
something.
him.
He's
He's our
our
producer.
He's our IT. He's our director. He
lot of
helps
things.
us. He takes from his days off to come here and help us plug stupid things that we don't understand.
We don't know how to do it.
He explains
know,
it
he
to
does it all.
us
How to
too
push a
in
button.
layman's.
He always tells us 10 times and we don't memorize. So
Yeah.
I think this is really cool. But also he trains, help
Yeah.
Yeah.
anyone. He's
Yeah.
always helping
He's becoming
everyone.
my
I
favorite
always
rowing
look and
partner.
he's always helping one person around. So it's awesome. And also Natalie. Another person that doesn't train, it's Amanda's husband, Nick. But I am sure he takes care of the girls for her to be there. He's also working on our logo, on our website, give his ideas, has also a lot of ideas, and support her to be there. And the last one, but not the
Not
least, is Julio, AK's boyfriend. And Julio's our social media. If we have
He's the mayor.
followers, it's because Julio worked his way
Yeah. He
with
is the
new
mayor.
followers. And, not only he help us with the social part, but he helps us with training.
He's also my
All
second
the
favorite
time.
or first favorite because
Yeah.
I know he's going to get upset. 'cause
Another
he's not.
thing, he's always happy.
You're my, I don't know.
He's always happy, he has always
Yes.
a good attitude
Yeah,
towards
that's massive.
everything.
Even when he's tired, which is always.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all the time.
I'm so tired, and then he kicks your. Yeah.
Yes.
Picture it.
Yeah.
You know,
one
and he's
arm.
always after the podcast, like he's always the first one to text me. This was awesome, even though like everyone was awesome. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah.
But he's always tell. So I think this is really important. And will you guys have anything to say?
Yeah. No, you
He's
summed it up.
genuine when he says it too, because he was excited when he was watching it and I was at work. He called me twice and then he texted me and then he texted in our group and I'm like, hey babe, I love you, but I'm at work and my phone keeps going off and I can't answer 3 separate avenues of communication at this time.
Did you get his fax also?
I know. Did you want to go check? We have that too.
Check the pager.
Maybe actually. Oh no. But yes, he is. All of our guys are actually, I will say, are great. They all have helped in some shape or
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
And they're like
On
big
their own
supporters.
way,
Yeah.
Yes. And with children too. That's
Yeah.
hard. That's hard.
Yeah. So that's it for today.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
I hope you enjoy our resenha. If you enjoy, please follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify at Gui Squad Podcast. I have a quote for today from Fabio Gurgel. The best thing about Jiu-Jitsu is the honor it provides.
It's true.
It is true, right?
Yeah. You do feel a sense of honor.
Until the next time.
Os.
Bye.
Bye.